he had a freaking scarf over there. Look at that. Bridge. And we say charge brave. Right? All my homies say charge brave. Okay. Torn is going to be important. We unfortunately kind of need Torn here. The Good Sir is going to be important. Lando Dringus, also important. It is the Dringus. It is Lando. Rob Schneider. Technically important. It's just that if they have Hershey water, Rillaboom would be really nice to bring. But besides that, I think this is the right thing to do. So we'll see. We do start the church bridge. We click taunt, I guess. Go Pterosaurus. Alright, so we click Swords Dance. Tailwind. All my Cortez Jorko. This is really not a terrible position to just do this though. So quick Tailwind. I would have really liked to... Yeah, okay. So we need to be careful here. But I think we're playing well. Yeah. Yep. So we go for taunt again. Go for Uckers. Go for taunt again. Go for Swords Dance. And at that point, they probably just... Let's hope this is torn again. Okay. Good play. Go for Sword Dance again. They should be starting to get very scared. They go for Dragon Bolt. And then... yeah, so now we're in a pretty good position here. We click Lando Dringus. We can go... Sludge Bomb Uckers. Feels appropriate to me. Because I think we're in a good enough position. Yep. Uckers, Sludge Bomb. They should be in a pretty bad position now. So, we'll see what they bring out. That is, I'm assuming, the last Pokemon. Alright. I feel okay about this. That's really good damage. Goodbye to Amoonguss. And in that case, I think we have them pinned, so they do not go for a play. Good play. But I do think we have them pinned, like I said, so we just go for Sludge Bomb twice and Sucker twice. Yeah. So, Sludge Bomb again. Sucker again. Then we win. So GG's. Yep. Nice. So very well played on our part. I do really like this other team. I think it has a lot of potential. I am gonna call it for the night though. I'd love to keep trying to make a rank climb, but I just don't. It's not that I don't have it in me, but like, I'm not gonna get rank 1. Alright. Ooh. Fun for everyone. Okay, so Torn. I do think Lando Dringus is still an incredibly solid Pokemon. I just don't know if I want to lead it. Like, I kind of want to start this, and then bring this, and... kinda this. Not really though. I do think this could be good here. We just need to be careful. So we're gonna try to play just 3 matches with this team. Hopefully we can get at least 2 wins. If I get 3 wins, I'll keep playing, but I don't know yet. So we technically did not start the right league. We can click Tailwind and Woodhammer pretty freely. Christ. You got a freaking scarf over there? Look at that damage. Alright, so I do know what I have to do in order to win this, which is at least a good thing. We click Rain Dance. We go for... Unfortunately, I probably could have just stayed in and carried them with Woodhammer. But at least with this, we will now have the chance to get the plus whatever. They're in a pretty bad position. So we bring out Landorus. And I do think we can pretty comfortably just click Sandseer Storm and Electroshock. So I think we're playing pretty well here. As long as we KO the Reggie Gorgonzola, we're in a pretty decent position. And I like to think that a +1 Electroshock can always do that. If not, a Sandseer Storm will. So, they're actually going to withdraw, which puts us in a pretty good position. Weezing comes out, neutralizes some Goose. They go for Fake Out, they get dunked on. Just a little neutralizing Goose. Just a little Goose to neutralize. They're in a pretty bad position. We go for GG's. Yep, there's no way to win. I mean, they had such a leg down after being put in that position. So, pretty quick commanding win on my part, which is good. Good feeling. I think like. All right. So. Again, we have Tornadus. Tornadus gives us a pretty decent leg up in this match. I kind of actually like starting Rillaboom Tornadus. I think something we're seeing is something that I've already noticed about this team, which is that you don't use Farigiraf, like, ever. Unless you're facing Chempao, which is why we have Farigiraf, right? What do I start? It's such a hard question. I think the safest start is almost always just Lando Dringus. I mean, like, if you're a Dringus, why not Lando? Like, yeah, I don't think it's perfect, but I like that card. That's a dope card. If you're a Dringus, why not Lando? Tailwind. Technically, if I was able to one-shot them that turn, I didn't need to make that play, but it felt like what I should do. So we go for Tailwind. They go for Surging. I just don't know if they have the Sash. That's the problem, right? Like, if they have the Sash, then I, like, needed to make that play really badly. They will go for Thunderbolt. Hopefully I can live it, but no, we don't. So, what that tells me is we basically have one turn to click Fake Out Sandsteer Storm, and then we need to adjust. So we go Sandsteer Storm. They do have Detect. Okay, so that makes me think that I was playing correctly. There's a really good chance that they actually have the what's it called? The thing that I was concerned about. But in this case, we just click this. So we're not out of the waters yet, but I think we can pull this off. Alright. That's a little scary. They actually should probably be faster than me, right? Which makes this more difficult. So, yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, so what do I do to get out of this now? The biggest benefit we have going for us is that we know that they're locked into that right now. So I can just keep pressuring this slot with Earth Power while clicking. Technically I have to click Flash Cannon right now. Maybe click Spiky Shield. I did not make the right play here, so we actually probably lose. Ooh, damn, that's it. Alright, so very well played Landorus game. I have been saying that Landorus regular is really good still. And one of the main reasons that it's good is that it actually counters Landorus Eye, interestingly. Landorus Eye does not handle Flying Terror Blast well at all. And it's a way that I personally have been able to beat Landorus Eye in the past to decent success. So, you know, kudos to them for playing to their outs, of course. I think if it is the case that a life orb, if that like a Terra boosted sludge bomb could just one-shot Landorus, that actually would have been my best play. Yeah, okay, so I did technically play that incorrectly, because you go for the life orb sludge bomb on Landorus. If it does KO, which I don't think it should, you get redirected into the Spiky Shield. If the Tailwind is still up for one turn, you do have a chance. If the Tailwind goes away, you just lose. So, yeah, that's kind of how it shakes up. But it was a well fought game on both ends, right? And let's look at that rental team again before we end. But we will be ending in top 50 with this team for the night, and that does feel good still. So, yeah. Let's look at it. Sorry. So here's the team that we were just using. We never needed Farigiraf, but I do think Farigiraf is pretty crucial to this team comp when it comes to facing Chien-Pao Entei teams. One of the reasons why I've been leaning towards feeling a little bit okay about dropping Farigiraf is that we're not actually seeing Chente being used that much anymore. Like, we faced one Chien-Pao team, I think, in this whole ladder climb tonight, and yes, it was nice to have ways around it, but the other version of this team that I built, which has Primarina, technically can also do that. But it also happens that the other version of this team I built has Primarina over our Chaladon instead of having Primarina over Farigiraf. And so what it turns out, it really is that Farigiraf plus Primarina is an amazing answer to Chempal Entei, but you know, we didn't face any Farigiraf, any teams in this climb with this team that Farigiraf was needed. But that being said, I mean, there is cause to say that, like, I might have actually been able to just win by clicking Bleakwind Storm Earth Power turn 1, or like Bleakwind Sandsteer Storm turn 1, and just hoping that I hit things, and then going from there, right? So, like, I actually do think there was other ways to play that could have been successful, but you know, it is what it is. I do think it's a really scary team, and just talking about it really quick, like, the main idea, of course, is that it's really a rain team, right? So, like, you have a lot of Pokemon that like to be in the rain. Kingambit, Rillaboom, Archaladon, all and Landorus, you know, they all have their own sort of special, unique synergies in their own ways with rain, right? Like, Rillaboom and Kingambit just love decreasing fire damage. Archaladon has the Electro Shot stuff going on, also has Grass Terra, and then Landorus has Sandseer Storm, which is great in Trick Room, or I mean in Rain, right? And then on top of that, we actually have a Water Terra Farigiraf with Water Terra Blast, right? So a little bit of sauce going on here, you know, like, what if we just want to lead Tornadus Farigiraf, right? And click, you know, freaking Tailwind Hyper Voice followed by, you know, Terra Blast and something, right? Like, it's a fun team. It can definitely do some pretty scary things, but we are cheesing people just a little bit, you know, in some ways. I mean, I actually think this isn't a very cheesy team, but if we can say anything, I think if I had gone for KOing Urshifu right away, and been able to manage having Tornadus live the turn by maybe Terrang or something, it would have been a completely different game. And so, like, I think that's what I could have done, right? Is I could have gone Terra Ghost Tornadus on turn 1, go for Bleakwind Storm Earth Power. And by doing that, it feels a little bit bad because we don't know if they have the Scarf or not, but I was assuming they had Sash. If they have Mystic Water, Tornadus always KOs them with Earth Power. And maybe that's a risk I should have been willing to take, but it really didn't feel like a risk that I could take in that moment. So all in all, I really enjoyed using the team. I enjoyed using the other team. If you didn't see that video, I'm assuming I posted it before this, so go check it out, right? But, you know, I'll be reposting these as videos over the next day or two because we definitely had some fun climbs in today's stream, and thank you to the homies who tuned in for it. So, you know, I hope you have a good night, or whenever you're watching this, right? And peace out.